Hey, welcome back. The 2020 college football season is supposed to start in late August, but we still don't know what the sport will look like due to the pandemic, Martha.
Channel 9's Christian Bruey Greg found out the folks who organize our local bowl games are helping to keep Central Florida strong no matter what happens on the field.
Florida Citrus Sports is the bomb.
But this isn't about bowl games or bringing millions of dollars into the local economy. This is about lifting a community, pumping life into the neighborhood that sits in the shadows of Camping World Stadium.
How is it you describe the kind of role of the stadium as an asset in the neighborhood?
To me, is a beating heart, right? It's literally connected at a vascular level, hopefully.
It was 7 years ago, Florida Citrus Sports helped to start the nonprofit Lift Orlando with the idea that a sports stadium could help children and families living in the West Lakes neighborhood.
Good morning, have a great day.
And that's what they were doing this past weekend. They hosted a food drop for 700 of the most underserved families in Central Florida.
There are things that people need, and I think people need to know that other people care during times like this.
There will always be a need for what we're doing in some capacity.
Both David Hodges and TANGIA HILLS-MIKLE live in the West Hills neighborhood and volunteered their time to help their neighbors, which is exactly what Lift Orlando President Eddie Moreton wants to see.
You want, in the end, for this change to occur, not just for, but by the families that are here.
Moreton was the latest guest on Florida Citrus Sports Chalk Talk, which is usually an in-person luncheon they've taken online during the pandemic. During this week's Chalk Talk, Moreton provided an update on numerous projects going on in the West Lakes neighborhood, which includes a soon-to-be-open Boys and Girls Club and Early Learning Center.
The amount of momentum we're seeing now is really well beyond, as you know, any of us imagined when we started. But the challenges are real. I think what we're up against are things that are decades in the making.
Now you throw in a pandemic on top of those challenges, and the community is being tested.
And ultimately, the goal we've always been about is resilience, right? A strong, resilient community that stands by its own strength.
We saw some of that strength at the food drop as Florida Citrus Sports lives out the slogan of Lift Orlando. Invest in the people, invest in the place, invest in the neighborhood. Now, one of the other Florida Citrus Sports Chalk Talk guests was Heisman Trophy winner Desmond Howard. He actually donated his entire speaking fee to the organization. They turned around and bought gift cards for teachers here in the West Lakes neighborhood. In Orlando, I'm Christian Bruey. Back to you.